Are you ready for a completely new audio experience? Well then, you've come to the wrong place. Here's just another podcast to help you waste some time. This is your news update.
What up? It is your news hour take. I am Al B.
And I am Rodimus Prime. As always, welcome back, folks. You could always hit us up at yournewshourtake.com.
Yo, Rad. Your news hour take, we just get news from everywhere, and hopefully it's funny. Anyway, Rad, you're a shit talker, man. So,
Big
like,
time.
do you think you can talk better than AI?
Yes.
Yes. So, like, you think if you had to break the ice with a guy or a girl, whatever it is that you choose, you think you would do a better job than AI could,
Absolutely.
even though it's been trained on millions of people?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
Well, did you know that that's the new trend now, that people are using AI for dating apps now? Like, can you ever trust anybody ever again at this point? Like,
No,
what is going on?
It's funny because I recently used AI to summarize an email, right? To like send it out. And I
Okay.
instantly was like, you know what? I'm not wording this correctly. I'm not conveying what I want. And I want this to sound more professional. So I just
Right.
clicked summarize AI and it does it perfectly for you. And I felt so cheap for doing that, right? Because it was just like, damn, this should have been my words. But it did
Right.
word it better than what I was trying to convey. Because
Right.
I can be a pinch aggressive. So
Look,
I don't
motherfucker.
I don't want to sound like I'm coming at you, right? I want to
Yeah.
sound like I'm just answering your question. But
Yeah.
sometimes I have to reiterate something. And after like
Yeah.
the third email, I'm like, all right, like you're clearly just, you want your answer.
Right.
So, as far as if you're not good at stuff like that, I'm okay with that. If you're not good at typing who you are, if you're not good at talking to someone and you need the assistant, I mean, didn't we watch a movie with that? Didn't Johnny Five help someone on a date or something like that? Like, didn't like isn't that like a thing since our childhood? Like, wasn't that
Yeah.
Shakespearean for the person to be in the bush helping, right? So it's like
That's right.
it's not too far fetched, especially being that this is the generation that would bring that about. I'm not
Yeah.
really all that offended. I'm
I'm
not.
just
It's weird for us because we're talkers.
right.
We're
Yeah.
we're
I'm afraid to lose that gift. You know what I mean?
we're not going to lose it. They are.
I guess so, but I mean, like, we're starting to use it too. Like, I've used it, like you said, in an email or when I'm searching something online and I can't just come up with it. It used to be the thing where you would play that game, like you'd be talking to a friend and something pops in your brain. You're like, "Oh man, who's that actor again?" And
Yeah.
you're like, "Don't Google it. Don't Google it. I
Yeah,
want. I
yeah.
want to figure it
Let's
out."
figure it out. Yeah. I
Yeah.
have friends. I still have friends who play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon with me. They're like every morning will text me to try to get me,
Oh
and they'll be
my
like link
god.
him to Denzel Washington, and I'm like, I love playing this game from 1995. But
Right.
it's fun because there's a group of people that still try to get me, like a group of
Yeah.
friends that still try to do that. And if you
That
don't
you're
know
all
that game,
70-year-olds. I get it.
I wish it's that would be like 6 Degrees of Cary Grant. But yeah, so it's look that up if you don't know who that is. But
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I think as a society moving forward, we have to accept what AI is going to bring about in the basic fonts, if I must, right? Because
Hmm.
we're not asking it to become the person. We're just asking it to assist the person with trying to convey some words. I'm a lot more
Ooh.
okay with AI than I think people would think I'm okay with AI.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
surprising me actually. So you're going
Yeah.
the route of like it's just a tool. It's never going to take over
I
for
think I
you.
always well no I'm not saying that. I'm saying as of right now and how AI should be used, this I'm okay with the helpful tool of it.
Mhm.
I'm not okay with you saying, well, this has to run my everyday life.
Yeah.
I'm not okay with you with it in your pocket like in the movie Her, where he puts the safety pin under so the
Yeah.
camera could stick out so he could go
You
on a date.
you
Like
know
no.
what happened? You know what? Maybe I just saw the movie Wall-E and I'm
Uh-huh.
afraid like we're just all going to be like on some ship just like sitting down for the rest of our lives while robots just take care of us and we're just blobs of
I've
people
never
and
seen
don't do
Wally. I have no the fucking
what?
idea what you're talking about.
What?
I
Don't you have a
literally
kid?
I do, and I don't watch any. I've never watched anything she watches.
Oh my goodness, you have
I
to
have
watch Wall-E
I
once,
have
man.
pods all over the house, strategically placed, so I can throw
Pods
a
like
pod in. I
oh
could throw a pod in, and I can watch whatever I want. I have all my apps to my phone, so she's chilling watching Barbie, and I'm watching something completely different. The only time we actually
check out.
we
Yeah.
watched something. No, I'll look up every now and then. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god, things
Yeah.
on fire. But it's like. I don't, you know, that's her.
Yeah.
Those are her movies. Her and mom enjoy that stuff. That's not my
Yeah.
type of stuff. So, I'm not a kids movie guy. The
Mhm.
closest was probably Mandalorian. I took her to, right? Like, I'm just not a kids movie guy.
Wow, man. So
Yeah.
have you watched any Disney movies at all?
Encanto.
I like the Spanish accent on there. You got to make
Gotta
sure
say
that's
it with
on there.
that, bro. I ain't trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
fucking roasted in the comments. And I'm like, motherfucker, look at your skin tone. So what else have I seen? I told you I watched the fucked up version, the Italian version of Pinocchio,
Yeah, no, that's
which that
horrible.
no kid should ever
No,
watch that.
no, not even the
That's
regular version should you
yeah,
watch. Yeah, it's
true
fucking
fact. And
horrendous.
probably Bambi and Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid because my little cousin, she used to
Uh,
watch it all the time. So
Not because she's
yeah,
hot. Got it.
my little cousin. What the fuck?
No, Ariel, Ariel.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
no. As a kid, of course, you thought Ariel was hot.
You
Yeah, so I'm
thought
like my
she was
little
hot.
cousin, bro.
I'm
Yeah,
regular, dude.
as
Regular.
as a kid, I really I was like, oh, that's what I want my girlfriend to look like, you know, because you don't know any better, so you're just
Like a
like fucking.
cartoon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was absolutely the dream. No, I'm completely okay with AI assisting
Yeah.
us in these ways. I'm okay with people who listen. We have a few friends that could benefit from something like this.
Yeah.
Maybe getting their dating profile that written by AI would help massively.
Hmm.
Maybe speaking to people so it doesn't come
Hmm.
off so awkward. We have this thing where we kind of laugh for you to loosen up the mood, right? Where
Right.
we'll joke with you, and if we have to be a pinch self-deprecating, we will, and
Yeah.
we'll throw ourselves on the sword to make you giggle, right?
Yeah.
And not a lot of people understand that. This is what makes, and this is going to be one of these comments.
Oh
Jimmy
boy.
Kimmel's so good at what he does is
Hmm.
that Jimmy Kimmel can be self-deprecating when he has to ease the tension, and this is
Right.
why that dude lasted so long. Johnny Carson was also the same way. To throw it
Mm.
back to our older audience, but yeah. So that's
Yeah.
I'm completely okay with this.
Cool. All right. I
Yeah.
just wanted to see because I know that, coming from being a talker, and also now AI replacing, what you could, because I don't, I could see people just getting lazy, and
My
I'm not saying that you would, but
No, no,
like
no. I
you're
get
already
how you
older,
would
you know what I
you
mean?
would think I'm offended for the youth. You would
Yeah.
assume that I'd be like, yo, y'all gotta be out there talking, but they don't do anything we did. They're not idiots,
Yeah.
right? So they're not out
Yeah.
there drinking and driving. They're not, because let's
Yeah.
not lie, we had to get home and we weren't leaving our cars. So like, like or we all
Allegedly.
or we all bunched up with one. Well, the statute of limitations is done. Trust me, but it's or we were all bunched up in one car, right? Like it wasn't.
Right.
And you told that friend not to drink, but did they? Because they're like Michelob Ultras don't count. So right, so it's like we chant stuff that I'm gonna give them credit for. So if they're a little bit more
Yeah.
socially awkward, where we may have had beer balls, I'm okay with that because
Hmm.
that's the fall off right now.
Right.
Um, my I don't worry about this with my kid. She's a talker. She
Yeah.
literally and so I have this thing where if I'm angry and like
Hmm.
really angry and you really click me like I'm triggered, I won't look at you because now I want
Hmm.
to put my hands on you. So I'll start actually just talking away and I'll get loud.
Right.
I'll get very loud and I'll say what I have to
Right.
say and I'll usually just walk away.
Hmm.
Usually. So in this case, she's engaging another kid at the park and she's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
I'm hey, I'm so and so." And the kid's like ignoring her and the kid turns around like look and she's like, "Hey, I'm so and so." And like the
Hmm.
kid looks again and like just keeps walking and she goes,
Hmm.
"If you don't want to be my friend, just say that." But don't but in exactly the tone I would have gotten pissed off in, the hand
Yeah.
movement, not looking at the person. And she was like, "But don't be rude." And just walks away. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, it's me. I was like, it's literally me.
Oh,
But
that's
it was those
beautiful.
10 seconds of like, oh my God, this I literally created this human that has
Yeah.
everything. But it was also like, oh shit, she's never gonna have an issue saying what she's feeling. Like, like ever. Like,
Good for her, man.
yeah.
Just keep her safe. Just keep her
Yeah.
safe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And getting a
Please.
lot of phone calls, yeah.
All right. So what story you got for me first, man? Let's go
So,
at this.
my birthday is coming up. Everyone knows this is a national holiday.
Oh
So I'm of course, as always, I always think about doing my annual skydive. Right? Maybe
yeah.
I'll
Mm-hmm.
go back out this year, have a good time, and
Nope.
ready now. My
I
man rides
already I already
motorcycles
know where
too.
you're going.
So,
Don't do it.
so there was a guy who, well, yeah, just because the irony of the show is probably why I'm not going to do it. But there was a skydiver. All the people in the comments, this motherfucker. So this skydiver is landing in Australia, and of course, where he lands, what was waiting for him? A bunch of kangaroos, and they fucking attack him.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna post the video to our
It's a
IG
fucking
tomorrow.
flying human. They've never seen that before. You know what I mean?
Touche, touche. I didn't think about it from the kangaroo's perspective. I only thought about it from the human's perspective. That shit must have fucking rocked their world.
Hell
They were
yeah.
like, these motherfuckers fly now. Not
Fucking
only do we
yeah.
have to worry about hunting, like they
There
fly.
goes a mama kangaroo talking to her Joey, right? And
Oh,
Joey's
that's
like,
man.
what the fuck, mom? You didn't tell me they got wings. And you coming in flying in your fucking
Yeah,
Red Bull outfit and shit,
you're right. Olaf. It's I
gunning it at
don't.
them.
I don't know landing like not that that's a it's not indigenous to America, so I'm not really worried
Mhm.
about running. But I don't know if landing in a wild animal is there, how I'm going to handle that. Like I just don't like that is fucking a kangaroo. First of all, it's going to try to put me in its pocket, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
that's
oh
not a good
fuck
thing
you.
for me, right? Like, and then I know you're supposed to box these motherfuckers, but I'm pretty sure kangaroos got reach on me. So it's like I'm gonna choke the shit out this mother. I'm wrapping them up in a skydive thing. We going back up. It's like get the fuck out of here. Like I'm sitting there fighting a kangaroo. Like,
Oh man, yeah, dude. That kangaroo will fuck us up, dude. That's
yeah,
just
bro.
crazy, dude. Unbelievable. You know what?
You see the guy who attacked the kangaroo and the dog when he was attacking his dog,
Oh
and the
yeah,
guy went and punched it, and the kangaroo just
yeah,
looked like, "What the fuck?" I don't know if
yeah.
I'm that guy because I'm gonna punch you in the belly. Like, I don't know if I'm that guy.
Yo, I'll fuck your kid up.
Yeah,
Is there a kid in there? Why are you
that's the whole
threatening
point.
kangaroo kids,
That
bro?
shit kicks me into next week. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a video recently. I want to say it was this woman taking like she saw a bear come in to come get her dog, and she ran after the bear. And I'm like, yo, how much do you love that dog? Would you
Nope.
do that for
That's
your
a wild
dog?
animal and a wild animal. No,
Yeah,
I could have
yeah.
already took a sausage, wouldn't have done it for me. So,
No,
it's
no, no.
basically who's getting back to the cabin fast enough. Don't trip each other. That's it. You got west, I got east. Like that's it. We
Oh,
not. Yeah, no, because he would have definitely cut me
you
off.
did
Something
it
like,
again, sausage.
yeah,
Damn
no, he
you.
would have cut me off to make sure I tumbled and I get to have
Yeah.
that '80s moment. Be like, it's just like get eaten. Yeah, no, I'm good. Like, no.
Yeah, who runs faster? I get it,
Yeah, nope,
man.
nope.
Fuck, dude, that's crazy. See, I thought you were gonna bring up the other story, and I know this story probably has already gotten beaten to death because it's about a week or two old. But like you bringing up your, your jump off a plane, the woman in Brazil.
Oh yeah, with the bungee.
Oh, oh my god!
Yeah, that was a
And the
failing
fact,
on epic proportions.
and the fact that there's video of it, bro. This is what I'm saying. There's too much human error involved,
The
bro.
dude that
Like,
shoots the rope,
yeah,
he literally like, Lord forgive me. They what happens, and then he
they
just
launched
lowers
her.
he lowers the camera to the rope like, oops,
Yeah.
like like wasn't that supposed to be
Yeah.
attacked?
The
Yeah,
guy filming, wait a second,
yes,
the rope.
and
Yeah, yeah. That's what
it's
we're laughing at. The
always
rope
it
view. You know
always
what I mean?
no
Yeah.
no no. That's
Yeah.
just that POV of the
Yeah.
irony of that shot. Trust me,
Yeah.
this is super saddening as someone that does shit like
Wow.
this.
Yeah.
Um, but I showed the video to my father, and he instantly goes, "Well, wouldn't you check that? Like, like
Yeah.
it's like, but would you though? Because you're assuming everyone knows what they're doing. I've definitely been in those situations where I'm trusting everyone else. I
Yep.
explained my first skydive, my legs hanging out the window. So
Hmm.
it's like, and if you don't know, go back to that show.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of things like that you are putting it, but this was a case of how the fuck
Yep.
on so many levels,
Yeah.
and it's just super sad. And the nurse comes out and says what she says, that she was still alive and all of this stuff. So a super saddening thing. It always reminds me of Cable Guy when he's making up the story of
Yeah. Yeah.
what, and he's like, promise me you won't go bungee jumping in Mexico. They just don't have the
Right.
regulations. He starts crying. It just always, that is always what pops into my head when it
Yeah.
happens someplace else. But it's not like it doesn't
Yeah.
happen here. We had someone at Disney, the kid fall the 50 feet by the water thing,
Oh,
the
the
water ride.
Tiana ride. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tiana's Bayou or is whatever it's
yeah.
called. It used to be like the Jurassic Park ride, I think, and it's just that.
Never been to Disney.
Oh, okay. Well, it's that flume, I guess they call it the log flume,
The flume,
and
yeah.
it goes down that hill and splashes everybody, whatever. The kid somehow gets out of it near the top and just tumbles
Yeah,
down the
some
slide.
figured I'll take a faster way. Yeah,
Unbelievable. That was just wild, and thank
yeah.
God he's safe. But I mean, my goodness, man, you got to check those rides. But yeah,
Now
like, dude,
that's a real story, people. Don't be hitting us up that you can't find the story. That's a real one. So go ahead. My wife didn't give me this one. That's the real story. She ain't got nothing to do with it. She didn't produce today's show. This is me. Go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I just thought that was wild that the lady just got tossed. Like they were when the story first came out, they assumed that she might have gotten murdered because it was like
Oh
so
yeah, those guys got
blatantly
charged. Yeah,
obvious.
yeah. It was
You
they
know
just
what I
picked her
mean?
up and trucked her, but it
Yeah.
was clear as day that they thought someone had hooked her, and this is why you should probably have a checks and balances system, like like NASA. So
Yeah, it reminds me
yeah,
of the video of the guy, which is a funny video because I can laugh at it because this guy is alive, right? But like he's hooked up to, I believe, a bungee cord, or I don't know if he's going zip lining, whatever it might be. But they're the two people that are holding him that already, locked him up onto the wire or whatever, or the bungee, whatever it is. They're holding him and they're like trying to give him a countdown, and he keeps going, wait,
oh, I love
hold on,
that.
let me tell you
Oh,
something, let me
wait,
tell
let
you
me tell you
something.
something. Let me tell you something. That's a
That
great.
guy,
That's a
fucking
great
hilarious.
video. Yeah,
I
that's a
love that video.
great video.
Love that video. That guy has me dying,
I
man.
love when they use that as the voiceover for other things. It's just a
Let
voiceover.
me tell you
Yeah.
something. Let me tell you something. Yeah.
That's me putting my daughter to sleep every night.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let
I'm
me
like,
tell you something.
no. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so hilarious. Well, speaking of funny kind of things, now that we thankfully switched that into something funny, I thought this was so weird, dude. Like, so in the summer, it's prime time for Mr. Softy, those ice cream shacks that you find near the beach. It's hot. You want something cold. You
Yeah.
get your little ice cream
Oh,
cone or
yummies.
cup.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good shit.
I'm in the
Right?
milkshake phase of my life. Yeah.
Oh, good. I
Yeah.
love milkshakes.
Yep.
Love me a milkshake. I
That's
love
where I'm at.
chocolate. Throwing some banana in that shit. Swirl it all around. That's
Give me a
tasty
black
shit.
and white any day.
Racist. But
You
anyway,
know? Any
so
day.
um, so how weird is it that in the middle of being hot, an ice cream place will say it's too hot, so we're gonna close the doors.
No.
Like, so
No.
they're
Was it within hell? No.
so apparently is this happened out in the
That's
UK
like saying the
somewhere.
fire is too hot, so the fire department's not going to show up. What? That's literally your job.
So this happened out in I want to read this perfectly because I practiced, right? Staunton on Wye, Herefordshire. Okay, that's
Totally. Been there
pronounced
twice. Yeah.
perfect. All right, all
Nailed it.
right, nailed it. So yeah, apparently they're going through like like I don't know, some hot days, a hot couple of days. So they had to
Wait.
close. Heat wave, a hot
It's
couple of
about
days,
this.
bro.
I
I said it
don't know.
better. What do you think? I'm a weatherman? What the fuck? So anyway, so they closed for 2 days, and because of the heat, and they're saying because they have a refrigerator that gives off heat, so they can't have the people that are working there like
You don't have an air
standing in
conditioner?
that heat. Yeah, that's. I think it's an outdoor kind of like
Okay.
shack,
Okay.
not
So
like a
it's
not
a
like a
safety
brick and
thing. It's a
mortar.
safety thing for the people working.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right.
because it'd
But
be
like,
double D. It'd be like walking on a blacktop.
but in my mind, like I would
How about
imagine like
ice cream?
Mr. Softy's like, fuck you, I'm in this car all day and I'm serving motherfucking ice cream. You think I'm hot? You know what I mean? Like, isn't it
But
kind of the same? Or
the
he's got the AC
yeah,
on there?
the
What the fuck?
difference is with the Mr. Starfy trucks. Those people are normally renting them for the year. So if they don't go out with the trucks, they're not making money.
Right.
With those
So they'll take the
businesses,
heat.
yeah, they're going to take it because that's the only way of making money for the year, right?
Right.
It's and I remember they here in New York they have a limited window, so
Yeah.
they're going to be out here 200 degrees. They don't care. They'll serve the devil. But it's when you're running a business and you
Yeah.
have to worry about compliance and stuff like that. It's probably in the
Yeah.
best interest to be like, you know what, everybody stay home, not trying to have anybody die here. My service sucks anyways. So it's like,
Yeah.
because you only need one person to get a heat stroke, and they're like, why did Bill bring us in? So
Yeah.
like, who the fuck needs that? You know?
Yeah, you're right. I
Or
just thought it was weird that it's an ice cream shop and you're closing on
well,
the
you nailed it
hottest
once you
days.
once you said it was outside. It was that kind of covered it right there.
Yeah.
Was even with the heater, and then that's double the heat. You don't have anywhere to go in and cool off.
But
You
bro,
know,
I see people outside all the time with a cooler selling that shit out of a cooler for like five
that's a
bucks.
whole. Don't tell Ice that. That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different thing you talking about, brother. That's a whole
All right,
different
move
conversation.
on. We
Yeah,
want no phone calls.
yeah. Tap our lines. So
Yeah.
did you see the Knicks trash can lady? Did you see this? The woman that went viral for dumping all the trash in the street and then going home with the theme color trash can like she was a real winner. Well, it got a lot worse for her today. She just found out that she was let go from her job at Chase Bank. She
Oh
was the
boy.
DEI person in charge of DEI. And
Oh.
they were like, "This does not represent." They go. The release was actually something crazy. They were
Mm.
like dumping trash in the street, Stealing private property does not
Yeah.
represent Chase Bank at all. Let her go. And it's like, yo, why can't we behave ourselves? This is why people hate New York. Like, because
Yeah.
why can't, like, I get it. I get the excitement to do that, but come back at
Yeah.
night and do it.
Yeah.
Come back at night when there's not 4,000 phones on you.
Like, I just don't understand why we can't celebrate. I mean, I'm going to use the FIFA World Cup right now because it's going on right now, right?
It's so
Why we
good.
can't celebrate like the Japanese or the Scots? I mean,
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
They outdrank Boston. What you mean?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
but they're
celebrate
having
like that.
yeah,
No.
but they're having a good time with it. No one's
Yes, they are.
disrespecting cities. At least from what I know, no one's burning something down when
Mexico
someone
too.
wins or loses. Yeah,
Yeah, Mexico's Japanese, Japan's Mexico now. Like it's awesome right now.
it's
It's beautiful.
it's fantastic. Like none of these
Ghana
fans are
doing what
losing their
they did
minds.
today. Yeah, like
Win or lose, it doesn't matter. But the
Cape
Knicks win and
Verde.
all hell breaks loose. It's like what the
Yeah,
fuck,
nah,
guys?
it's 19 people stabbed and people shot and bro, what the fuck? We were supposed to
Yeah,
like. I had made a joke at the beginning of the playoffs because I'm from New York. Now I'm a Miami Heat fan. Blah blah blah.
yeah,
But I said, yo, if the Knicks win the championship, we go into the parade. I told everybody. I told my wife. I told my aunt. I told everybody. We going. Everybody going. As that shit got closer, I started talking them out of it because I was watching. So they were like,
they're
"Yo,
all
we still," because they're
excited.
all amped. Like,
They
"Yo, we
bought
still going."
merch.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I'm like, "Nah, keep that shit away from me. I'm a Heat fan." But they're like, "Yeah, Brunson." I'm like, "Nah, chill. I still have my Jimmy Butler shit." But it's like so with all that. By the way, Tyler Hero getting traded today broke my heart. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
so it's my favorite player. But
Oh,
with all that, it was kind of like, damn. What the fuck, man? Like we really can't have nothing nice here. We just can't behave. We can't have
yeah,
a good time. And so as I saw it wind down and get closer and closer, I said, I'm absolutely not putting anybody in danger. And
yeah.
it just even though the day was good, just the
Mm-hmm.
build up to it was whack as fuck. So
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. It was a bit of a
And
mess,
that
but
for a trash can, you lost your job.
yeah. I
For a
mean,
trash can.
it's
Like,
stupid. It's just a stupid move. It's just a dumb move. You get caught up in the moment, though, don't you? Like it's kind of like the gang
but you're not at
mentality,
a you're not
mob
at a
mentality.
you're not at a wedding to take the centerpiece. Like, like still show your class.
Yeah, look, even that I felt weird about. I would never take a centerpiece, man. I'm like,
That yo, don't you hate that? Like, oh my
yeah.
god, yo! And then you always like the people I know at least. They be like, oh, do you know if we could take this home? Oh man, because because
Just
I'm the
walk
social
away.
one. They're gonna ask me to ask, right? Because I'm the one that said hello to everybody.
Use
So they
AI
gonna be like,
now.
Rat, well, you know everybody. Why don't you ask? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a plus one. What you?
Yo, open up your chat GPT, motherfucker. I ain't doing it no more.
Yo, use your AI. Stop playing with me. Mhm.
Okay, so talking about things getting a little rowdy. So imagine this, man. You're on the court, right?
Oh shit.
You're getting down.
Oh man.
Things get a little feisty on the court.
Oh
Little
shit.
argument goes back and forth.
The way
Know
it
what I'm
does.
saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know how it is. You know how we do's in the streets. Okay. So this man gets into an argument with a lady at the end of a game.
The
It is what it
basketball.
is. It is what it is. And then this man goes to the lady's son and starts talking about his game because they were talking back and forth
Okay.
about how good he plays. The
Oh,
man that just played the game, okay?
okay.
The son's like whatever talking, whatever trash he's
Yeah.
talking. The woman that he was fighting with on the court, all right, gets in the middle of this fight.
Okay. That's yeah.
So the woman is now in the middle of the fight with the man and her
I
son.
got it. Yeah.
She's in the middle of this shit. She
Holy shit.
interjects.
Fucking what happens?
My favorite part about this whole story, it's from a pickleball match,
I
bro.
knew it. I knew it. I knew this shit was a pickleball thing, man. I knew it.
Dude, she gets so mad
It's
at this
not even a
dude.
violent. It's not even a violent sport.
Bro, she gets so mad at this dude. This lady is a nurse. She starts cracking him over the head with the paddle.
Hey, competition's a motherfucker.
He
Rafa
bleeding
Nadal looks
all
so
over the
bad now.
place.
He's bleeding.
All over the
He
place.
couldn't even defend himself. He didn't have a paddle.
Dude, like, first of all, my takeaway is, first of all, don't get into a fight on a pickleball court because shit gets real. Second,
Don't lose that fight to a woman on a pickleball court.
okay, let's make that second. Here's
Yes.
third. Don't fight with a nurse because she knows where you bleed the most.
I didn't even think of that.
Bro, she was cracking him in his dome. I didn't know those things were actually hard. I thought they were like plastic. I didn't know. I
I
never
didn't
played
even
pickleball.
know. I didn't even know pickleball was that type of sport. I didn't know we were supposed to throw down if we lost, like, or if you good. I don't know what they fight about, but it's me and you went crazy playing ping pong, and we're super competitive. And we never once. I wasn't like I'm gonna punch this dude in the mouth for the 18-3. It's crazy, like like what the fuck, like nah, man, like. I've listened. I'm super competitive, and I talk shit. But
Yeah,
if you're
you
better than
is.
me, I'll give you all the credit in the world.
Nope.
If I just like competition. So
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy being competitive. I
Yeah.
enjoy, that's how I was raised. So it's like
Yeah.
to me, it's like, what are we fighting about? Like, I'm gonna talk shit. We could argue,
Yeah.
we could do all that. You talk your shit. That's how it's supposed to be. But
Yeah.
at the end of that, I'm gonna be the. If I'm not gonna be the one B, I'm not gonna walk off the court. I'm gonna dab
Yeah.
you up. Like, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, good game, baby. Like, like
Yeah.
that's all in the moment, man. That's craziness. That's
Yeah.
just a
See,
nurse.
that's
Well,
a
she losing her fucking job. So that's she gonna be right there with the trash can lady.
exactly right. Like that's wild. Like she pleaded. I think she pleaded guilty, and she got fined like $8,000 or something like that, and she has to go to court.
Does she get to
Um,
play pickleball? The most important thing, because sports
yeah.
number one. Stupid.
But you know what? You brought up a good point, man. The other angle that you brought about Wemby, like just walking off the court on Game 5. I know we're talking about a game that's like from 2 weeks ago, three
Yeah,
weeks
yeah.
ago. I don't even remember. But like, just someone brought up a really good point, and it might have been ESPN or some bullshit like that, and made me think about it. Is shaking hands old school? Like, do you have to do that at the end of a game? Like, I know they do it in soccer, like they'll go and hug each other, but not everybody, not every sport do people go and
If
dap people
if I
up and
there'll
shake
be
hands
some.
and shit.
I think there's certain people you don't fuck with, then you don't have to show that person your love, right? If they're
Right,
legit someone you don't fuck with, but I'm not gonna take that out on everybody, right? So I'm gonna dap up the other people on the team, but if it's someone I don't fuck with,
right,
you'll be lucky to get a nod, right? Like, but the sportsmanship of it,
yeah,
you still dap up the coach, you still dap up everybody else. I'm not walking off. I don't care how
right,
badly we would be. And I'm super competitive with shit like that.
yeah,
But I'm at the end of the day, I will always give you accolades, So I don't know. I don't agree with that being old school. I just kind of think it's
right.
proper sportsmanship. I got into this conversation and a fight earlier on Twitter about this
Nice.
or X. Somebody was bitching about Chaz Chisholm with the lollipop in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody instantly goes, bro, this is racist. And you're only saying that because it's a black. And I'm like, bro, not even. I go, as a little league coach for
Mm-hmm.
years, I could tell you that that's super dangerous. And it's a bad look for a professional to be doing that at that level. And
Right.
that's not, if that was a white guy, black guy, or Asian, it doesn't matter.
Explain what that is. What happened? What do you mean?
So Chaz Chisholm was playing second base for the Yankees, and he has a
Mm-hmm.
lollipop in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, that's a violation in little league in any sport. I don't know if you ever saw the movie with Keanu Reeves where he's playing baseball with the little kids and they don't
Mm-hmm.
let him wear the headphones.
Right, right,
It's the same. There's a lot of rules for little league. So
right,
what we always did was we would say, well, look at your favorite baseball player as your example, right? How to
right.
hold a bat, how to stand, stuff like that.
Yeah,
You start doing that, they start emulating.
yeah,
So why did they take tobacco out of the sport?
right,
Because they didn't want kids packing tobacco in their mouth. So
right.
it's just a bad look as far as danger, right? He can
Mm-hmm.
choke, the ball could hit him, all of these things. So it's
Right,
not a good look for a kid to think he can go up there with a blow pop. As a
right,
professional, you have that responsibility, right? Much like as public, whatever it is we're doing on this show, we have a responsibility to try to get it right, right?
right.
So
Yeah,
it's
sometimes.
try. But it's in this case, it's kind of like, bro. So I just pointed that out, and the guy ended up
Yeah.
thanking me for agreeing with him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I don't like the kid on the team. I don't think he's a good Yankee.
Right.
I was used to a certain level of professionalism, but it does make me sound like the get off my lawn guy. It makes me sound, oh,
Yeah.
it's not my Yankees. It's not the pinstripes I'm used to. And it's
Right.
not that. It was
Right.
just we were also raised with a different level of respect. We say thank
Yeah.
you. We say you're welcome. We hold doors.
Mm-hmm.
We know how to converse. We don't need Chat GPT. So as much
Mm-hmm.
as I'm sitting there applauding you, remember
Yeah.
that I'm also saying in all of this, I'm an individual and I'm me and Alberto's him, right? We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
treat these things differently. So let's not go too far off the reservation on it, but it's kind of like
Yeah.
be professional if you could be professional. And in that case, this woman was not fucking professional.
Yeah. I just
You know,
I was just thinking like, man, there is a little bit of a because like, bringing up baseball, right? I don't think I've ever seen in baseball the players not walk by each other and shake each other's hands. I don't think there's been one player that's nope, I'm not going to shake your hand. But it happened like I don't know. It probably happened a million times. It's just it was the
Jordan's
finals
famous
and
one
we
with
caught
the
it.
with the
Yeah,
Pistons, right? The Pistons one's the famous one. Isaiah walks off.
Right. Okay. Yeah. There you go. So that's what I'm saying. So it's happened. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's so. Is that just again? Is that just an old school thing that we just have to get past? I think, and because I mean, at some point things just get so competitive. Like even in little league or in like varsity games or college
Nah,
level,
nah.
like those
Because
kids get angry at each other too. Rivalry's a big thing. You know.
when this one's personal though to me, because when Brunson scored 61 in the cup game against Wemby takes the ball and throws it in the crowd. He lost that game. So what is he
Oh.
even doing with the ball?
Yeah.
Brunson's gonna have a ball for 61 points. So you're petty. And that's all you're
Mm,
showing is you're petty. And it's okay
yeah.
to be petty,
But
but
he's
own
young,
that.
isn't he?
Don't be he's 23, but don't be sitting there meditating as a monk and drawing sculptures in Central Park when you're really just an asshole. Just be an asshole. Right? Because if not, you're the biggest fucking hypocrite in the world. And maybe
Right.
that's what we all were at 23, right?
Right. Right.
Again, I'm never not going to compare myself to someone else. I know
Mm,
how much I talk shit when I play sports. I know how
yeah.
personal I took things, but I never,
How petty you
I
are.
was never a fucking, I'm not all that petty. You talking about the taco thing at your wedding? It's,
Always
I
bringing up
had to
old
do it.
shit.
I had to do it. I had to do
Oh, fuck it, man. Just move on. Anything. What's your story? Go ahead.
it. So, this Mexican woman is trying to now the reason why I say this is because she was arrested in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So she was trying to have her husband give her some lovings. That's what we're gonna call it, some adult lovings. And
Love it.
he said, "I don't want no tacos tonight." And she took out the belt and started beating him so bad he had to call the police and
Oh.
get arrested for assault because he didn't want to
Oh.
have sex with
Oh my goodness. There's more. There's way more to peel from that
her.
onion. You know what I mean? Like he's hasn't done something for a long time,
Oh
and she's
yeah,
at this
nah.
point fed up.
Well, no, no. Have you ever actually rejected a woman on some little
Yeah.
shit? Yeah, they don't handle
Yeah.
that. Oh,
I
it's
know.
different. It's different when it's different when it's your girl,
Yeah.
right? You but if it
Yeah.
like
It's
your
playful.
girl kind of have the conversation with you and like you good, like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
do that shit twice, see what happens.
Oh yeah.
You right? So
Yeah.
I'm sure in this case he's done it a multitude of times.
Mm-hmm.
Probably got his little thing, right? I watched Mexico '86. I know how that goes. So he probably got his little thing upstairs, right? So did you
Mm-hmm.
watch Mexico '86 on
I'm
Netflix?
about to watch it
Oh,
because
so
someone told me about it yesterday, actually.
so good.
Yeah.
So I know how that goes. So he had his little thing.
Mm.
So with that, it's kind of like, nah, then she knows, bro. So she's tired of you saying no, and so she whooped your ass. She literally whooped your. Now there's no coming. Does your dick even work after that? Like, be real. Like, this after you got your ass whooped with a belt by your girl? Nah, you ain't getting hard no more.
I don't know, man. I might think that's hot. You know what I mean? Like that's foreplay, bro. Come
Damn,
on now.
baby, this is new foreplay.
Let's see. What do I got? What do I got here? Let's see. I got one last thing, man. And I to be honest, I hate bringing this topic up because it's been beaten to death. But as I read it, for some reason, my brain thought it was a new angle. So you tell me, right? So this is, I mean, if you guys want to shut the radio, the show off already, feel free to go to do that because this is going to be stupid.
Jesus, Jesus. I got
I'm
one more.
mad
I
at
got one more.
myself. Okay, you got one more.
Okay,
Stay for
yeah.
rat. So it's the tipping debate, right? So, but
Oh,
everybody usually goes with the whole like, how much do you do? 10, 15, 20, whatever. Or I don't do it based on whatever the iPad tells me, or I do custom,
I
or
do
they
other.
also,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Or there's the, where was the other one? The other one was, let's see. The other one
You got to
was
watch that recommended tip though. The motherfuckers be starting that shit at 25%. Like,
Dude, absolutely. I've
yeah,
seen one, bro. Ate at a restaurant that was in like, some expensive place for some like nice thing. It was like
hmm
28%. It was like 28%.
yeah.
You out of
No,
your mind, bro?
the
Like what are you
IRS, get the
asking
fuck
for?
out of here. Yeah, no,
Get the fuck out of here.
no.
So yeah. Anyway, people do discuss this shit all up and down. But there was a guy who took a picture of a receipt because he put a note at the bottom. So his total was like 600 something,
Okay,
and he tipped $9.
nah,
Now, listen, first of all, I think that's a dickhead move.
nah.
But let me explain the argument. His argument, or what he wrote down on this note, was basically saying that why is it that I have to pay a tip based on a percentage of the restaurant, and meaning like just because the food is more expensive, why do I have to give you more money? Can't I tip you based off the service? So like if he
Oh, if
got
he thought she deserved $9 in the tip because of her service, that's different. But
right,
I highly doubt at $600 in what she was serving, it was worth a $9 tip.
right. So again, you're going with basically what the food
I
cost
come from
is,
the
right?
industry, yeah.
Right. But he's so when I read further down the note, and again, I don't have it in front of me. I'm just trying to go off
Yeah,
memory
yeah.
here.
What's it now?
Basically, what he was trying to say is that so what you're saying that if I got a $50 entree versus a $20 entree, and they both weigh the same, it's the same plate, just a different food. One is more expensive than the other. Well, you bring the same amount of drinks out, everything is the same, but just because one food is more expensive than the other, I have to pay you a tip based on the price of that food and not the service of your work. Like you're not, it's not heavier food. You came back and forth the same amount of
No, no,
times.
I get it. I get the argument of that it's filet mignon, so it's going to be an $80 plate. So it was still the same service of four people. It was just that the
Right.
check was $600, and you
Right.
tip as per the check. You don't tip as per the service unless they get something wrong or if it's bad service. The
Right.
rule of thumb is you tip as per the check price. You don't make up your own fucking rules to switch it up because you're a hard on. Because
Right.
that's what this guy is. A $9
Right.
tip. There's nowhere in the
No, that's
fucking
crazy.
history of man at
Yeah.
$600 does she give $9 fucking service. Would she give you a
Yeah.
straw and walk away? Get the fuck out of here. Like that shit's
Right.
infuriating because as someone that comes from that industry, like don't
Right.
give me a tip then. You need that $9 more than I do, bro. Like get the
Right.
fuck out of here. And that's the
Yeah.
shit that used to get me in trouble at my clubs
But
because I would say some shit like that. I would throw the money at them. Get the fuck out of
yeah.
$9. Like,
I
nah.
like how this sets you off, but
Yes.
here's what I'm thinking. Just because I want to be the devil's advocate here.
Of course.
If the woman worked at Denny's and gave me the same kind of service, super sweet, did everything I asked for, gave me the food that was, excellent for Denny's standards, versus the guy that works at fucking no, or the lady that works at Nobu that
Okay.
gave me less plates, the fucking sushi weighs less than the
That
fucking
don't have nothing to
burgers and
do with
shit like
it.
that. But that's his point though. Like,
No, no, but that's him alone by himself, standing on an
okay,
island. The
right,
only
right,
dickhead ever to do
right.
it by the density of the fucking food. This guy's an asshole. That's it. You no matter how
But what is
there's
she
no
doing
convincing him.
different?
She's no. You're paying per the check. That's the end of the fucking conversation right there.
But
She
why?
doesn't do anything different. She's a fucking waitress. Now, why do we give right the Waffle House because I don't really fuck
Mm.
with Denny's Waffle House tip right? If my
Right.
shit will be $18 and I'm still gonna tip $20 on top of that because it's fucking Waffle House and I know that they don't see
Mm.
tips like that. So it's like
Yeah.
yo, I'm gonna hook y'all up. Like plus you might fucking fight for me later. So what's up? Like I might need you in the parking lot. I might not make it to my car. So
Yeah.
right? So I know you're gonna be
Right.
out there fucking busting for me. But
Yeah.
at Nobu, I'm paying per the check. That's
Right.
it. Now, me and you have discussed, oh,
Hmm.
we didn't really think the sushi at Nobu was off the hook.
Right.
And what we paid for what we got, right? We could have gotten a sushi queue.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. But I'm not going to take that out on the waitress. I'm not going to
Hmm.
take that out on the waiter. He's
Right.
taking it out on the people that depend on the fucking tips. And
Right.
that's the fucked up part. Right. So that there's no, I got to understand what he's saying. No, none of that. Fuck this dude. He's a dick. That's it. And if you, now
Right.
listen, for our European listeners that don't believe in tipping and it's not a custom, fine.
Hmm.
That's fine. That's your custom. You don't
Right.
tip. I can agree with that, right? That's how you
Hmm.
guys were raised. I was raised competitive, right? Like we talk
Right.
about this. But as for you to make it that point that her job's not different in any which way, she still brings out water. It's just that it's Voss in this place and it's Dasani here. It's
Yeah.
still her fucking job. You tip per
Right.
the check. If it's an $8 water, right? You tip per that $8 water. If it's a
Right.
$1 water, you tip per that $1 water. That's it,
Right. But
right? You
is
don't
it
have to
not?
rewrite the fucking rules.
But is it not the restaurant's job to take care of that woman? Does she have to be taken care of by the tips? Like
we
I know
we
that's
we
industry
we
standard here.
we
I know that's
know that that's not the case, as especially for
right.
America, that the lowest paid people are the wait staff because they're assuming you're going to make it up in the tips. They
Right.
practically only work off tips. In fact, I'll give you a little behind the scenes for
Yeah.
all the nightclubs you saw me working at and all the money I always had in my pocket. Do you know what my actual shift pay was for those nights as a bartender? $25 to $35. I was going home sometimes with $1,000 or a little like 800 to $1,000, right,
Hmm.
in a night. When I was a door guy. My shift pay was $150.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going home with $500-600 a night because I had little
Right.
side hustles. You have to create that stuff, right?
Hmm.
So this is a person just depending on you as a and the reason why I hated waiting was because you couldn't have the side hustle. Because if the person wants to be a prick, I'm going to hit you
Yeah.
with a tray. Because you're not telling me, oh, you didn't bring my drinks fast enough. Nope, we're going to have a problem now. You see, that's a fucking problem. So when I see all these things and people going crazy, I get it because I
Yeah.
come from that industry.
Right.
When you see 60 people backed up at a bar, don't ask me to wipe the bar, homie. If anything, you have the time to wipe the bar. I have to serve drinks. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
there's just certain things you got to prioritize, my man. Like, so it's now that's my craziness in the business from coming in from
Yeah.
so many years. So I take this very personally. You're
Right.
just a
Right.
dickhead, bro. That's it. That's it. So
My
let's get to this
goodness.
cop. Dude,
Yeah.
I wish I could see it. Me and you have talked about this 100 times.
A million times. Yeah.
Has tipping gotten out of control? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't have to tip for everything. But in
Yeah.
this very case of what we're using, what we're discussing with this one woman, yeah, he's a jerk. That's it. We'll
Yeah.
leave it at that. That's it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So this cop, this guy is looking for his drug dealer,
He's
and
looking
he's
for his
wondering
drug dealer.
his drug dealer,
Okay.
like when you
Yeah.
like back
My
in the day,
boy.
but you have to text your we got. So he's looking
Yeah.
for his meth dealer. And he's like, dude, you had me standing outside. He's texting him for 2 hours. You better be fucking ripping me off. And the cop replies with a photo and a donut and goes, wouldn't you rather have a donut instead of meth? It's so much healthier. I don't think it is. Um, like, so he's like, sorry, he's arrested, but wouldn't you have a donut? It's so much healthier. I would have replied like, no, I'd rather have a meth donut. But you know, that's just me. But it's
All right, that's done. That's a quick story. YourNewsHourTake.com for merch and the show and anything else you want to do. Look up our fucking About Us. It's a fun little read over there. It's got a picture of us when we were like fucking 6. So yeah, check us out there. YourNewsHourTake.com. Rad, we're out of here, right?
peace.
Deuces.